Let's talk for a minute. Me, you, and this almost filled up pool. I was walking in there yesterday. Jesus motherfucking Christ. This whole drama about context has left a real bad taste in my mouth. It's almost fucking palpable. Now, I don't want to be misconstrued here. Not at all. Not in the slightest. But, let's talk about context. The something webpage are not really good on sourcing some stuff. Alright, by the way, that's going to be making a noise. I can get rid of it if you... You know what? I'm going to get rid of it. Jesus Christ. Stay. That's snaking around. It's going to come up and spurt me. Oh, shit. Alright, now back to being intellectual and actually making a point here. The whole Pewdiepie situation is what I want to talk about. It's a difficult one this time. Pewdiepie's made videos in the past where he's been talking about this kind of stuff already. The media has a very fun tendency to take things and twist them in a way that generates clicks, revenue for them, and it gets them attention. It's basically all they care for, which is understandable because everyone's been doing this since the dawn of time with clickbait titles, with clickbait thumbnails, clickbait everything. But in this stage, they purposely take things, twist it so you don't have any context, and it basically shines bad light on the person being Pewdiepie. It's interesting what videos they chose, and kind of ironic in the same sense. In one of his videos, he was talking literally about media sources taking what he says and fucking up news stories. Like those stupid Facebook news websites that say this outlandish, kind of outrageous statement, and then you click it, and it's just a powerful title with basically some bullshit actual article connected to it. So in this video, he made a comment about that he could say something completely outrageous and it could make titles in media. So the whole thing is them taking things out of context. He did something as follows. He's like, for example, in this video, if I said something like this, and he said an extremely outlandish racist remark, and then he finished it saying, could be taken out of context if you don't get the finish of the sentence, which is fair enough. But what they did, it's gonna start to rain. Jesus. But what they did, they decided that they're gonna just take that front and end bit out and just put in the racist remark. And they, ironically, destroyed his career over it. Now, I don't mean to say destroy his career because someone with that much influence on the internet can never pretty well die. No matter what source of stuff he could go on, he could... In this second, on this day, if his YouTube channel got shut down, imagine PewDiePie streaming from 8 to 12 hours a day. He could make almost triple what he is now on YouTube, on Twitch, or whatever platform. So I'm not saying that his whole career's died. I'm literally saying that this has impacted him. People are saying that it's shutting down his subscribers as well, which is another thing that I am completely disagreeing with. You know the saying, any publicity is good publicity. Like if this video got put on the front of New York Times and said, this Australian YouTuber is fucking terrible. That publicity is still good. It's on the cover of a very well-known magazine, and it's just going to draw more people to suss out why I'm bad, or why this is thing, or why PewDiePie is an anti-Semite / racist Nazi. The whole remarks of him being a Nazi are just dumb. They've just taken everything he's done out of context. And another good example of context could be the IDubbbz something, whatever that bitch's name is, you know who I'm talking about. He basically put context around the word nigger to use it as a weapon to expose someone, and basically take the power away from it in regard to slaves, but put power in it in regards to Tana Mongeau, Tana fucking who knows, is past. Basically, he was doing it. Okay, it's raining. I might actually have to go into cover soon, or end this vlog. He basically transformed the context of the word to his own advantage, which is brilliant in the eyes of journalistic point of views, and in the terms of basically just being a meme. He used it to highlight her past, and he used it without being able to take any backlash, because he's not using it in the way that would be a derogatory term for African American people. I want to end this vlog with a little thing that I want to talk about as well. I'm going to do another video on it. The whole reason why I'm doing this video now on the phone outside in a almost filled pool It's seriously because last night I tried to say the same thing, but I started getting really angry. I want to talk about the whole thing that IDubbbz said in the end of his video as well. I might just tack this on at the end. He said something about racism words and powerful words that really I agreed with but didn't agree with. He said the term that are all okay or none of them are okay. I can understand that in some way, being in regards to saying the N-word, saying shit, F, everything like that. If one of them are okay, they all should be okay, but to generalize and put them all in the same boat is kind of shitty. Because some words do have a negative connotation and a derogatory term to a certain group of people, like faggot is a derogatory term for the people that chose to be gay. Born to be gay, I don't fucking know, whatever the safe PG way of explaining someone being gay is. And tranny apparently is a derogatory term for transvestite, where here's me just thinking it's a quicker way of saying it, just like saying a human, just call him a hummy. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, him saying they're all okay and none of them are okay, I agree. In a way, I agree. And how I agree is through context. If you say someone's fucking retarded and you say it really hard with the hard uck in it, it's offensive. And it shouldn't be used, but if you say it as an, oh my god, you're fucking retarded, then it's literally just one of those things how it's like, oh my god, are you actually serious? Did you just, I'm gonna go swim in this pool, it's so good. It basically transforms the word to be extremely powerful, negative, to a playful kind of satire, kind of play on whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right? So, all of them are okay or none of them are okay. The power is always there in words. Holding them up on a pedestal, yes, it does give them the taboo feeling, but it doesn't necessarily give them a certain power, like they were talking about in many lectures I've seen on TED Talks and everything about swear words and powerful words that have been, from this second we're born, trained in our communities and in our minds that it is no-go. Do not say these words, otherwise you're basically a anti-Semite and a Nazi. So what I'm going to say, all of them are okay or none of them are okay, I agree. But all of them are okay if you're saying them as a colloquial kind of thing, just like as an everyday, like, hey, man, what's going on? Then that's fine. Or if you're just using it as something bad, then I have to agree that it is not okay, no matter what the circumstance is. Just saying any word, like calling someone ugly, still powerful in a way, not as much. You know what I'm trying to say. Eazy-E, not Eazy-E, Easy fucking something. He was in Straight Outta Compton. He was the guy that got AIDS, HIV, and ended up passing away. He did an interview. If you look it up, you can find it. He was talking about the word nigger, and he was talking to this journalist, and this journalist is like, is it okay for us white folk, us crackers, to say the word nigger? And he said, yeah, I'm all for it. And the journalist is like, what? And he then again went on the train of context. If he said one of my white fans came up to him and it's like, hey my nigga, what's going on? He would just be like, hey bro. It's positive in that regard. But if he just comes up and says, look at that worthless effing nigger, then he said in his own words that it's okay for white people to say it as long as it's not used in that aforementioned derogatory and negative way. Taking the power away from words is what you should do. So now I'm gonna say in context to you guys, you better subscribe or I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this little lecture. I'm sorry that it's not as good as quality as it would have been on the computer, but what I said last night in that vlog that I did really didn't appeal to what I was trying to say. It was more of an emotional kind of response than an actual intellectual response, which I've tried to convey now. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next episode of Saturday. Sorry that it's been so dull. Terraria coming tonight, tomorrow, and the day after. I've done a couple of videos on that. Maybe a day in the life vlog coming after Ali leaves Monday? Not too sure. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.